Hi, J-Bot here, back with another video, not the one I was intending to do, but that will go up shortly. As I'm recording this, I'm having to redo that particular vid due to my camera playing up, but I will get to that. Damn camera. As I say that. This is a response to I guess the situation going on with this YouTuber by the name of Cumonass, or however the fuck you pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure. Or more to the point, the situation between him and Dinobot13, who is a reviewer that I subscribe to. And this Cumonass person, if that's how you pronounce it, is I suppose a G1 enthusiast, to the point where he doesn't consider anything else Transformers other than G1, which, you know, that's his opinion, he's entitled to his opinion, but it is somewhat hypocritical when he's trying to say that the toy lines the Transformers came from aren't part of G1, where technically they are, because they're the same toys. Take for instance Sideswipe in the which one was it he came from? Shit. Diaclone series, his red Lamborghini. They also brought the Transformers, his red Lamborghini. They haven't changed him at all. They've changed the stickers. How can you say one is Transformers and one isn't? That's just being hypocritical, and you seem to do that an awful fucking lot in your videos, and I've only watched a few of them, and I only found out about you because of the amount of bitching that's been done about you. But you know, it's your opinion, you're entitled to that. But that part of it, you know, I don't understand. Fair enough if you don't like Beast Wars or any of the other Transformers, but so they're not Transformers, you know, it doesn't hold a lot of water, I don't think anyway, but that is your opinion. The main thing that really pissed me off is what you've been saying about the Michael Bay films. Yes, they're not G1, but they're based a bit more on G1. A different continuality, yes. I know you bitched about that, but you know, that's up to you. But what pissed me off is you were bitching about Revenge of the Fallen before you'd even seen it, and you were slagging off Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg before you even watched the film. You were basing it on stuff you found out on the internet. How the fuck can you take an opinion from that? There's no telling what some of that stuff is true and what isn't, because Michael Bay had been putting out false stuff just to keep the fans guessing. And that you were bitching about Devastator in the film, and that he's not Devastator, and that because of the way he transforms, that there's no robot mode. That's explained in the film, which obviously you know now, because even though you said in your video, which video was it? I don't think it was your reply to Dinobot13 actually, that you were not going to see the film on the day it came out. You were going to watch the original film. Yet lo and behold, you still went and saw the film, and in fact you're fucking defending it against the critics, who don't mean shit anyway. I quite agree with that. You are a fucking hypocrite. I'm sorry for my language, but you can't slag one thing off and then call us wrong for defending it, and then suddenly, you know, change your mind. stuff. You just, you know, it's what the point? I think you're, you know, yes, you seem to have a problem with Hollywood, but I think you're bitching for the sake of bitching. There's something else I would say to do with the film. Oh no, you were on about the cars that they use, and they're not the G1 ones. Well, they're older cars. It wouldn't have worked. It wasn't because they were trying to get General Motors out of the shit, like you were saying. No. It worked better in the film. Yes, Sideswipe isn't red, and personally, I would rather he was red, but he still looks good. But I can understand him being a different car, and it's a good car. It does look good with that car. I can't remember what it's called. What's the other bit? Oh, was I not the mind block when I'm doing these videos? Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, your little video you did on Michael Jackson. He of course died recently, which is a shame. He is a good musician, if that's the right word. Yes, towards the end of his life, he had a few screws loose. And yes, he's had these child abuse cases where he's been cleared once. One got sorted out of court, which was suspicious, but to outright call him a paedophile without proof or fact is just wrong. That is talking ill of the dead a bit, in my opinion. And comparing to the whole OJ business, that's a completely different thing. Really? Wait, no, it is. Going back to Transformers side of things, you were saying about Dinobot13 isn't a proper Transformers fan because he wasn't around when it was first on, and that he can't be a proper Transformer fan. Well, he went back and watched it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to pick a fight with someone over it, pick a fight with me. I was there when it came out. I was around in the 80s when Transformers came out, and I watched it, and it was good. But you know, any continuity of Transformers I like. There's always a few problems, but you know, on the whole, most of them are good. There's the odd shitty one, yes, but on the whole, it's all good, so to speak. Oh, another little hypocritical thing that you've done, saying Beast Wars is not Transformers, yet going on, the only decent episodes were the ones that had references to the original Transformers. Can't be both. This is what I mean about you being a fucking hypocrite. I'm not disrespecting you or whatever, but you are being a fucking hypocrite. Especially with this Beast Wars thing. You either think it's Transformers or you don't. Your opinions seem to change like the fucking wind. The direction of the wind. But I think that's it for this video. I'm just going to get probably more pissed off. Anyway, that is it for this vid. Sod it. And we'll be back something much nicer later.